Good morning and welcome to BJC Mitzvah Day number 163, part 9. Use the Sefer Hachinuch. A mitzvah day keeps us on its way. Not to eat sheratzim hatched in seeds. We might be able to pull off finishing today. We'll see. The Gemara in Chulin states that literally a slice that is fit to be honored with before guests, a portion of meat that is fit to be served to a guest, is not subject to the laws of nullification. This is because it has significance similar to that of the birya, which we noted before. The Chinuch addresses a difficulty one might have based on this law. Do not, however, wonder and say, is it logical that a single slice of the meat of a large animal, which is fit to be served to guests, will be considered substantive and not become nullified, but the entire animal as one will become nullified? For in truth, it is so. A single slice of the meat provides immediate benefit, and its benefit is close to people's hearts, and they consider it substantive. The sages therefore said in its regard that it does not become nullified, even though the entire animal, when dead, does become nullified. Know this and understand it. Having mentioned that a slice fit to be served to guests does not become nullified, the Chinuch proceeds to discuss some of the relevant laws. There are those among the commentators who have said that the law that a slice fit to be served does not become nullified was said only where the slice had been cooked before it became lost among the permitted pieces, as only then is it ready to be served. But there are those who have said that this principle was stated even with regard to a slice of raw meat. Furthermore, there are those among the commentators who have said that the principle that a slice fit to be served does not become nullified was said only when the piece is inherently prohibited. However, if it is an inherently permitted item that became prohibited because a prohibited substance fell upon it and infused its flavor into it, it does not become nullified. Because while the piece is fit to be served, the prohibited substance that is absorbed in it is not fit to be served before guests. And although we find that even in the case of a piece of hot meat that became prohibited only because milk fell on it, the sages said in Tractate Avodah Zarah that it does not become nullified if it is fit to be served, even though the milk that caused the prohibition is not fit to be served to guests. The case of the meat and milk mixture is different, as the mixture of meat and milk makes the piece prohibited, like a piece that is inherently prohibited. The many additional laws regarding these matters are set forth in Tractate Chulin and Avodah Zarah. This mitzvah applies in every location and all times, to men and women. Again, the mitzvah not to eat sheratzim hatched in seeds. One who transgresses this mitzvah and intentionally eats a completely whole non-kosher creature, regardless of whether it is alive or dead, even if it is less than the size of a mustard seed, and even if it has decayed, and regardless of whether it came into being through procreation by a male and a female, or it simply developed in any decaying matter that exists in the world, as long as it has crept upon the ground, one who eats it in its entirety incurs lashes for eating it. However, if it was missing even one tiny foot, it is not considered a birya, and he does not incur malchus lashes unless he eats a kazayis of it, an olive-sized volume. My friends, we just finished this longer mitzvah. Thanks for listening to Sponsor BJC Mitzvah 36, 100 for gold. Have a great day.